Next on the Met Report.
It's about making tough decisions. And that brings me to a tough decision I'd like to announce.
After more than 10 years of service, President Jordan calls it quits.
There might be some big competition for one sub shop on campus. As you guys can see behind me, that's a pretty big line. We'll have the full story coming up.
And RTD riders are facing new problems parking. What's taking the park out of the park and ride?
Coming up in sports, the women's soccer team kicks the season off against West Texas A&M at home. The Met Report starts now.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Michael Jeffs.
And I'm Melanie Townsend. After more than 10 years of service to MSU Denver, President Jordan has announced his retirement in his annual welcome back address to the Auraria campus community.
This will be my final academic year as president of MSU Denver. I want you to know that I'm very proud of the work we have accomplished together. It has been a special honor to serve as president of this great university.
So when President Jordan first arrived at what was then Metro State College of Denver, his leadership transitioned the school into what is today a university, while at the same time he increased the minority enrollment and created a special tuition for undocumented students. Dr. Jordan's accomplishments don't stop there. He pioneered the first-year success program, increasing the retention rate of first-time students by nearly 20%. He also helped oversee the addition of 3 state-of-the-art buildings, with another one on the way. Dr. Jordan will officially retire June 2017. Now, there is a national search underway to find his successor.
Many seniors are ready to graduate after the fall semester, but in order to do so, they must get their application to graduate in before the deadline. The deadline to submit the application to graduate in December must get those in before the end of today. Those applications can be completed online through Students Hub. Anyone who misses the deadline will be able to apply to graduate at a later semester. And if you're still in classes, this deadline applies to you. The last day to drop a class for the full semester is coming November 9th. This will replace any grade for that class with a W on your transcripts. The deadline to receive a partial refund from a class has already passed, so you'll still be stuck paying for any class you drop.
It's a tough break right there. The LGBTQ Student Resource Center will be holding an event to celebrate and to thank the community advocates for their continued service. The annual ceremony will be held in Tivoli 440 from 3 to 5 p.m. and anyone on campus is more than welcome to attend.
Heading right into fall, we have just 13 days left until the first official day of fall, which means our beautiful fall foliage here in Colorado. So pick your spot. Head out there and go see all of the beautiful changing colors. Take a look at this beautiful picture taken from the top of Mount Evans. Mount Evans did just close for the season, but as you can see out here, there are some fall colors already changing up there. Well, currently we are sitting at a comfortable 71 degrees, partly cloudy out there. Our winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. We're looking at a high of 76 degrees today. Taking a look at our Friday planner, by 1 p.m. we'll be sitting at 73 degrees. 3 p.m. we will hit our high temperature of 76 degrees, and by 5 p.m. 72 degrees, 68 at 7 p.m. and by 9 p.m. we will cool down all the way to 59 degrees. Well, our averages for today, our average high is 81 degrees, our average low 51 degrees, record high back in 1994 at 94 degrees. We are very well below that. Record low 31 degrees. And for September, our average rainfall is 1.06 inches. Well, don't go anywhere, because coming up, I will have our weekend outlook, and could we be seeing a cool down coming our way? And I'll give you our chances for rain.
All right, thank you so much, Ashley. Well, a popular bagel joint that I personally loved was Einstein's. Closed is on campus, but don't worry, because you can still get a bite to eat with a new sub shop that just opened up this August.
Our reporter Miranda McCotchkins is there right now to tell us more about this new eatery.
That's right, Melanie and Michael. This is no longer Einstein's Bagel Place. It is now Fat Jack Subs, and they're going to be adding in some pretty cool features coming up in the next few weeks. Starting next week, they are rolling out bicycle delivery on campus and plan to have live music throughout the week. They also intend to provide paid and unpaid internships to students studying business, marketing, or hospitality on campus. The new sub shop will not only offer subs, but offer multiple breakfast options, including Cinnaholic Gourmet cinnamon rolls, locally roasted Novo coffee, and brews from Denver's Happy Leaf Kombucha, along with Rosenberg's Little Man ice cream. I gotta tell you guys, the kombucha here tastes absolutely delicious. If you haven't even heard of kombucha before, then you guys gotta get down here and try it. They're open from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And as we've been down here, I've seen tons of people walking in and out of the sub shop. They've been fairly busy today. So if you guys haven't tried it, make sure you get a chance to sometime this week. On the corner of 9th Street Park, Miranda McCotchkins, The Met Report.
Sounds good. I'll have to check it out. The latest edition of Metrosphere is on stands now at locations all across campus. The latest issue of the student-produced magazine focuses on events from the summer, including recent tragedies around the country. The issue has launched its party last night, which was fun, and is available at various stands across campus and areas around Denver, so make sure to snag a copy.
The main goal is really to expand the reach and get more people working for the magazine, reading the magazine, and hopefully enjoying it.
As a college student, it's easy to get so caught up in school projects and activities that you forget to sleep, eat, and exercise. So much, in fact, that health takes a heavy hit. The average American college student gets only about 6 hours of sleep, 4 hours short of the recommended 10 hours every night. On top of a lack of sleep, a study by New York University found the average college student eats fast food 1 to 3 times per week. Rutgers University put together some useful tips for students. They recommend packing healthy snacks and limit the junk food, replace sugary caffeinated drinks with water, and take advantage of free gyms on campus. They also say extra sleep won't hurt either.
Absolutely, I totally believe that. I got to take a few tips from that because I'm guilty of not getting enough sleep and eating junk food all the time. So,
Yeah, I get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, so
we got to get better at that. All right, cool.
The city is continuing to work on cleaning up what may seem as an image problem in downtown.
And when we come back, the new additions to the 16th Street Mall that has city officials hope will attract visitors downtown.
And in EMET, we mourn the loss of Hiddleswift.
Met Radio on mymetmedia.com.
Cameron McIntosh presents the spectacular new production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. Critics are raving it's bigger and better than ever before. See the phenomenal new production of the world's greatest love story, The Phantom of the Opera.
August 25th through September 11th only. Tickets at denvercenter.org or call 303-893-4100.
Colorado's weather is always changing. We're student meteorologists trained to keep you safe. We have the latest weekend forecast and help you prepare for the week ahead. You can watch our weather forecast on Facebook, Twitter, mymetmedia.com, and on TV. We help you stay weather aware.
A group of Native American tribes, specifically the Sioux Native Americans, gathered peacefully on the steps of the Capitol last night, standing in solidarity against the Dakota Access Pipeline. So reservations in the area are concerned that the pipeline could put the water supply that they have in the sacred land at risk. A judge ruled on Tuesday for construction to stop in areas of the pipeline, but denied the temporary restraining order the Standing Rock's Sioux tribe had requested. The final decision of continued construction will be made later on today. It's one of the largest school closures in the U.S., as tens of thousands of people are at a loss after ITT Technical Institutes immediately shut down all of its campuses permanently. Now, 40,000 students across 130 campuses are left without looking, and they're looking for a new place to study, and 8,000 employees are looking for a new job. The closure comes after the school was unable to meet new requirements from the new Department of Education. Students will have many student loan debt forgiven if they don't choose to transfer their credits to a different school.
After being convicted of sexually assaulting an unconscious woman, Brock Turner was released from jail for good behavior. Turner was released from California jail after serving 3 months of his 6-month sentence. he returned to his family's home in Ohio, where a crowd of protesters stood with signs and even assault rifles. The protesters stated that they want to make sure Turner feels uncomfortable, even in his own home. Turner also faced a mob of reporters when he arrived at the sheriff's office to register as a sex offender, which is required as part of his sentence. Despite the backlash 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick has received for the national anthem protest, he has received his fair share of support. The QB's jersey is currently the #1 seller in the NFL team store, with more jerseys sold last week than the last 8 months combined. In an Instagram post, Kaepernick plans to donate proceeds from the sales back into the community.
Well, we all know parking on campus is just ridiculous. And unfortunately, it's not the only place in Denver having similar problems. John Madden joins us now for more information on this parking issue.
Yeah, sorry to say, but even more people might start parking at campus, all because of a decision to close one of the parking lots at RTD's busiest park and ride stations. Finding parking in Denver is a hassle.
This is the Broadway station.
Now, the number of parking spots at this popular light rail station may seem a little underwhelming.
The Broadway 925 station, we have 200 parking spots that have been permanently closed.
The south side lot closed for good on Wednesday as the owners of the land decided it was time to start a renovation project on that spot.
It's an exciting project for the city and county of Denver and for the region as a whole. It's the largest infill project outside of Stapleton.
Extreme Makeover Parking Lot Edition will include retail shops and residential buildings. And though it brings excitement for the future, for the present RTD commuters, not so much.
I always parked in that far lot. Usually when I get here in the mornings, that lot over there is the only thing that's open.
It's inconvenient for sure, and it makes us worried a little bit more about our time.
And with how popular the light rail is with students at Auraria campus, the closing could mean more people parking their cars down at school.
I mean, the lots at school are already pretty full to begin with.
And RTD wanted to remind students to take full advantage of their college passes to use the bus routes to get to and from light rail stations.
Look at all your options out there. Download the mobile apps that are available. Shows you real time where those buses are so you don't have to stand out in the cold or the rain.
So just beware of trying to park at the Broadway station.
Searching for a parking spot's a pain in the butt.
Because the doors might shut on you before you even leave your car. RTD told me that the renovation project's not going to be completed for another 3 or 4 years, but if people want to come park here, okay, fine, but parking between the white lines, right?
It's ridiculous, and next year they're going to take out like 100 more parking spaces, so I don't know where people are going to park at this point.
Who knows?
It's ridiculous, but thank you so much for the information. It's great.
From a 1994 thrill ride to a 97 Disney classic, the Tower of Terror will be closing its doors for good. At 22 years old, the Tower of Terror will be getting a new look as it goes from the spooky hotel to a new Guardians of the Galaxy theme. A special promotion known as the Late Night Checkout, beginning today, will give thrill seekers the chance to experience the ride in complete darkness. The new ride will open to the public next summer.
Cool. It's a fun nationwide event, happens every year, and it's the greatest way to stay fit while partying at the same time. So here's a look at the 2016 Denver Color Run.
And they're off. The Mile High welcomes back another round of good vibes, neon running shoes, bumpin' music, and vibrant colors in the pursuit of health and happiness. The 5K Color Run kicks off at Coors Field this year, winding through 5 kilometers of downtown Denver. But this isn't just your normal 5K. Each kilometer is marked with a special plume of chalk dust, accompanied by a few welcome cheers. So don't expect to finish the race with a clean shirt.
Woo! And I like that kids can do it. I have 2 kids, so it's like all the kids had fun. They can dress up, be active, good energy.
And there's a reason why this event is called the happiest 5K on the planet. As a for-profit organization, Color Run works with 80 local and national charities in Colorado. In 2012, they raised about $40 million in donations. Much of the inspiration behind this unique 5K comes from the special Hindu holiday in India called Holi. People use a rainbow of powdered paints and watercolors to express love for their community, all while drinking home brews and jamming out to live music. Something we definitely know a thing or two about at the Mile High. I mean, come on, this event even had its own unicorn. Can you think of a happier way to stay in shape? neither could we.
As part of ongoing efforts to make people feel safe in downtown, Balin Ward has more on the art project unveiled on the 16th Street Mall.
The 16th Street Mall has unveiled prototypes that were created by local artists to transform the public spaces to connect to the locals and visitors.
A Denver Prototyping Festival is really about engaging the community in the city building process, where we got, local designers and artists to see what ideas they had to add to the public spaces for our downtown area, to really try out new concepts, test them out and see how it works. So this year we had a call for applications in July. We had 34 applications come in and we had funding for about 9. So we gave $2,500 to each of the selected designers to build their concepts, like this one here, the Peak 16. And then they, over the summer, built them out, and then in late July they actually installed them, and part of the Meet in the Street program. And then we saw a huge number of people using them and hanging out with them. This one, at one point, had 48 people engaged in it, with a line of 10 people trying to go through and use it like a Ninja Warrior type thing. Yeah, so it was really interesting. And then Rainbow Street Seating was had about 300 man hours put into it. So you think about, for $2,500, where does that get you? But really it's about people coming together and having their ideas and really expanding that resource to see if we can get more down in the space, really engage and create that ownership for the public spaces here in downtown Denver.
I think it's awesome. I'm down here all the time with my friends, and it just gives you something to do, it's free.
For the Met Report, Belen Ward.
Temperatures today to celebrate our big Broncos victory that we had yesterday, and it looks like those temperatures will continue throughout the rest of the weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Craven. Tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. we'll be sitting at 59 degrees, sunny all around. Let's take a look at our temperatures across the state. Denver will be sitting at 85, Thornton at 85, along with Brighton. Arvada sitting at 84. Conifer is going to cool off, be at 73 degrees. 74 off in Evergreen, 83 in Boulder. On Sunday, we will see those temperatures rise a bit. 89 in Denver and off at DIA and Thornton and Arvada. Conifer, cool still at 75 degrees, 90 up in Brighton, 80 off in Boulder. Taking a look at our national map, we have a high pressure system that is sitting over Colorado. That's what's keeping us nice and dry right now. But there is a low pressure system right over the Great Lakes, and there's a lot of precipitation all the way from the Great Lakes down and through into Texas. There will be a cold front that is moving through, and that is what is keeping Saturday temperatures a little bit low. On Sunday, we will see that low pressure system moving straight out of the country along with that cold front. We will have a few lingering storms down in the southern coast and up along the east coast, and some monsoonal storms sitting over New Mexico, Arizona, and into southern Colorado. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we are cooling down into those fall temperatures. Monday, 73 degrees. Tuesday, we have a chance for rain and 65 degrees. Wednesday, 76. Thursday, 76. Friday, 69. So guys, we are looking at cooler temperatures. We're getting into that fall season.
All right, guys, with the fall weather coming, that also means one more thing, pumpkin spice lattes.
Yes, pumpkin spice lattes, but also fall TV is starting up soon. Wednesday, my favorite show, American Horror Story, comes back on. So it's going to be very dark and gruesome, as always. We'll see what happens. But when we come back, we have more in-depth details about the upcoming season.
My name is Pat Tobin. I am a cancer survivor of 27 years, and I had breast cancer because I lost my husband to cancer, my mother, my grandfather, an uncle, and 2 aunts. I relay so that research can find a cure for all of these things soon.
My name is Susan Scarlett. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I relay for me, and just to get the word out for relay and to raise money, we need to find a cure.
MyMetMedia.com is a new interactive website. Watch full newscasts from the Met Report. The Metropolitan have you covered. K-Met Radio have everything you need 24 hours a day. El Noticiero TV Met give you news in Spanish. How to advertise with us? Email sales@metmedia.com.
I've seen firsthand the work Metro State is doing to prepare students for success. It's focused on innovation and aligning education with the needs of employers throughout the state. From preparing students for good-paying jobs in Colorado's aerospace and aviation industries to partnering with Denver Public Schools to develop great teachers. Congratulations on 50 years of transforming lives. Keep up the good work, and here's to the next 50 years.
Oh goodness, so it's the second week back of school, classes are started, it's our first show, and I'm already a little tired, but I was able to find some pretty awesome EMET news. So first up, we have a restaurant in Australia that has channeled their inner Willy Wonka by creating a new rainbow burger. Bar Luca's Beauregard burger features a colorful rainbow bun and pop rock cheese, just what the Candyman would have liked. The restaurant has even been passing out golden tickets as coupons. The burger is in honor of the late Gene Wilder, who passed away last week at the age of 83. Looking at this, it's definitely not something I'll be trying anytime soon. But Gene Wilder was not the only loss we had this week. Hollywood had another great loss with Hiddleswift. This week, the Prince and Princess of Pastiness, Tom Hiddleston and Taylor Swift, called it quits. The couple was on a rocky ride for a while, so when the news broke that the couple was no more, we weren't that surprised. Sources say the couple was moving just a little too fast and were just too busy. On a more upbeat note, though, Drake and Rihanna have officially announced that they are dating. The pair have always been close, so we had our suspicions, but last Sunday night at the VMAs, Drake made it official by saying this.
Someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Our viral vid this week comes from, as my math teacher would have said, the Ohio State University. So a professor promised his students that if someone made a basket with a paper ball, the class would get an A, the entire class, on their next quiz. Well, that's exactly what happened. Obviously, when the kid made the shot, everyone went wild. We don't know yet if the professor held up his end of the deal, but the students did say that it was a small quiz anyway. This week's must-sees focus on two classic American staples, Tom Hanks and Dancing with the Stars.
No one warned us. No one said you were going to lose both engines at a lower altitude than any jet in history. This was dual engine loss at 2,800 feet, followed by an immediate water landing with 155 souls on board. No one has ever trained for an incident like that.
Tom Hanks' new movie, Sully, comes out this weekend, and it's predicted to not just be a crowd pleaser, but an award contender as well. The movie recreates the events of the U.S. Airways pilot Sully Sullenberg's historic emergency landing of an Airbus carrying 155 lives into the Hudson River. Oh, and the director is Mr. Clint Eastwood. This Monday, Dancing with the Stars returns with a whole new cast of celebrities ready to show off their dancing skills. This year's lineup includes classic American actress Maureen McCormick, politician Rick Perry, and even Kanye's former flame, Amber Rose. A couple of Olympians were even picked, including gymnast Lori Hernandez and Ryan Lochte. His appearance should be interesting in light of the recent controversy of him lying about being held and robbed at gunpoint in Rio. Lochte's been on an apology tour for a couple weeks now, and I was hoping we'd be done with the guy, but obviously not. Hopefully the judges on the show, though, give him an easier time than the judge in Rio. So I love television, so let's just keep this television theme going. American Horror Story begins soon, and FX has kept a tight lid on the theme this season. They've released dozens of creepy trailers and promos, but FX executives say that some of them were made to completely throw us off. Rotten Tomatoes might have leaked the theme as The Mist on their page by mistake, but that still tells us nothing. The Mist could be The Mist by Stephen King, or some creepy mist they make up, or the whole season could be about me and the mist that's created when I'm in the shower. Yeah, so I don't know if the season's going to be about me in the shower, but you can never know.
That's truly terrifying.
Yeah. I know.
That's even more scary than the actual series.
No, I'm excited for it to start back up. I'll probably not see you guys for a week once it starts.
In the show hole. Hey, guess what? While you were doing your thing over there at EMET, me and Michael got pumpkin spice lattes.
Well, I guess you guys should be happy.
Yeah, you missed out.
Well, I was
Sorry.
working. You guys went and played, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Whatever.
Well, stay tuned. Sports is next.
Hey Roadrunners, my name is Mary Kate Newton, Editor-in-Chief of the Metropolitan, our school's weekly student-run newspaper, and this is what we do. Check us out for all the latest in Roadrunners sports, all the latest in entertainment and reviews, all the latest in MSU Denver news and other local happenings. And we are always looking for new writers, photographers, and copy editors, so if you're interested in being part of the staff, visit Tivoli 313. The Metropolitan is the student voice of MSU Denver. Let your voice be heard.
The Met Sports Show is the longest tenured program on Met Radio, having won the SPJ Region 9 Mark of Excellence Award 3 times since 2013. The Sports Show serves as the model program for new employees and volunteers to learn from and shadow.
Hi, I'm Tyrone Braxton. I won 2 Super Bowl rings and was an all-pro safety. But I wanted to do more with my life. I knew I wanted to help people, and MSU Denver helped me figure out my next steps. As a case manager at the Mental Health Center Denver, I'm helping people re-enter society. And this is so much better than those 2 Super Bowl rings. I reinvented myself at MSU Denver.
There's a popular saying in sports that says, coach that debuts with a new team, coach that wins. Under first-year coach Jenny Glenn, the Roadrunners have gotten off to a phenomenal start in the season. The volleyball team played in the Concordia University Labor Day tournament. On Friday, they defeated number 15 Florida Southern in 5 sets and Concordia in 4 sets. On Saturday, they defeated Missouri S&T and Western Oregon in 4 sets each. Coach Glenn and the volleyball squad will look to extend their undefeated streak as they return home to play on the Colorado Premier Challenge, where a total of 8 teams appearing in the American Volleyball Association Top 25 poll will be competing. From the shiny floors to the turf pitch, MSU Denver's men's soccer team wanted to kick off the season on the right note and continue off the success from last season, where they had an overall record of 13-4-2. Unfortunately for the Roadrunners, luck wasn't on their side as they lost to St. Edwards. The Hilltoppers outshot the Roadrunners 15-8 with 5 shots on goal compared to 2. The boys in red and blue wanted to get that chip off their shoulder as they hosted Dixie State on Sunday. In an evenly disputed match, Dustin Berg wanted to get on the scoreline, but the ball barely hits the post. Dixie State took care of the opportunities as Sean Jenny scores this phenomenal free kick. Nothing the goalkeeper could do there. In a matter of minutes, Kevin Beck comes off the bench and makes an immediate impact on the game. He manages to score at the 34th minute off a deflection from a corner kick taken by Arturo Vega. Just 2 minutes later, Luan Silva finds Beck wide open and he puts a header in the back of the net. Jaden Rose had a great showing in the second half with 2 crucial saves to keep the Roadrunners on top. Just like that, the Roadrunners improved to 1-1 in the season.
I think it feels great. As a team, we were all nervous and everything. For even the first game and the second game, I just feel like once we get that, we're going to start getting our momentum.
The women's soccer team tied to Dallas Baptist 0-0 on Saturday, but Coach Peets and her squad got things started at home on Thursday night as they hosted West Texas A&M. The Roadrunners put the pedal to the metal early on in the match with Mark connecting with Romer. Romer sends the ball into the 6-yard box, and Elise Bernard almost found the end of that cross. Bernard finds Bree Sanchez outside the 18-yard box. Sanchez uses her skill to find the open shot, and with her left foot, she nets a golazo into the upper 90. 10 minutes later, Bree Sanchez again using her speed and skill to take on a few defenders. She manages to find Raina Banks on a through ball, and the Bakersfield native put things to 2-0. The Lady Buffs did not want to go home empty-handed as Marlene Van Murik hits a shot on the crossbar, but for the fortune of the Roadrunners, the play does not progress into something more dangerous. Just like that, the MSU starts the season on the right note.
I think we came out really well, and we have a lot to work off of, and that was shown here tonight.
So guys, this weekend both squads will be on the road trip to Washington as they face Western Washington and Seattle Pacific.
That's great.
Yeah, they seem like they're off to a great start. Well, thank you, Juan, for the sports update.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. For all the latest campus news and events, be sure to visit our website at mymetmedia.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks for watching.